Hey, this is Seven Lions. This is my first time in South Korea and just got here yesterday. Been enjoying it so far. I'm here at Stardom with Heineken. About to play a show.
그리고 이제 얼마 전에 새 음반을 내셨는데요. 월드 어파트. 여기에 대해서 좀 설명을 해주시죠.
He wants to like hear your explanations about like Worlds Apart overall, your new album.
That song was a song that I've been working on for probably about a year and a half, and then I met up with Curly, and she did the vocals for it. And it was a long process, but I'm glad to finally get it out. It was more of a focused on songwriting as opposed to like club tracks. So yeah.
그리고 두 번째로 여쭤보고 싶은 게 미국 일렉트로닉 뮤지션이신데 아티스트신데 유럽하고 미국의 음악이 약간 극동지역에서 느끼기엔 조금 차이가 있는 것 같은데 음악 생산자들도 그렇게 느끼시는지. 예.
So there are differences between the US like States EDM and the European EDM. So what do you think is quite different?
Between the US and European, it seems like in Europe, like house and techno, like deep house is really like what's up there. And right now in the US, it's big room house, like more energy. I feel like it's a little more diverse. I mean, I've only really been to London once, and I played at like the Huxton Bar and Grill. So like, I mean, I don't really know too much, and it's my first time here, so I can't really make a comparison. But like, just based off of what I've seen, it seems like more similar US and South Korea than like US and London.
그리고 다음 질문 드리고 싶은 거는 이제 서울 방문하셔서 이제 처음 오늘 공연을 하실 텐데 오늘 퍼포먼스 어떻게 해주실 건지.
So how your performance is going to be like in
굉장히 많이 기대를 하고 있는데요. 국내 팬들이 인터넷에 많이 올라와 있고요.
Making me nervous.
Yeah, there's like always like a press covers about you, about like expectations about show.
Yeah, I mean, I like to play a bit of everything because I produce kind of a bit of everything. Like, I like all genres of EDM, basically. So I play kind of a little bit of everything. Like, I'll play house music and dubstep, progressive house, trance, everything. Yeah.
Oh, good. And 그리고 또 하나 질문 드리고 싶은 게 저희가 개인사를 좀 조사를 해보면은 락 밴드를 하시다가 음악을 방향을 바꾸신 걸로 알고 있는데 거기에 대해서 밴드 멤버들 모이는 시간을 안 맞춰서 화가 나서 혼자 하는 음악으로 돌았다라는 유머러스한 스토리도 있는데 어느 정도 진실인지 그리고 어떻게 또 락에서 EDM으로 어떻게 보면 조금 서로 다른 장르라고도 볼 수 있는데 이렇게 장르를 바꾸신 건지 좀 얘기 듣고 싶습니다.
So there's a rumor that you didn't really want to get involved in the rock band because other members are like, oh, my time doesn't fit, and B members, my time doesn't fit. And he wants to know whether that's true or not, and also wants to know why all of a sudden you moved from the minds of the rock band to the EDM scene, like started doing.
Well, it wasn't like all of a sudden, it was pretty gradually. So I played in rock bands, punk bands, and metal bands in college. And I basically just got tired of waiting for my bandmates to show up to practice to make music. And a friend gave me Fruity Loops, and I realized I could do it all by myself. So that was like, if I could make all this music, and I don't need a guitarist, I don't need like a vocalist, and if I could do it myself, that's kind of why, yeah. I mean, that's the freedom of electronic music for me is that I can compose it, I can like synthesize all the sounds, like I have complete control over it. I'm not relying on anybody else.
그리고 이제 오늘 가장 중요한 마지막 질문인 것 같은데요. 다른 아티스트들보다 더 오늘 기대가 됐던 분 중에 하나는 이유가 락이라든지 EDM을 즐기는 팬들이 이렇게 갈라지고 마치 이렇게 서로 정치나 인종 간에 이렇게 막 싸움하듯이 서로 음악을 안 듣거나 서로 배제하는 경우도 많은데 양쪽의 좋은 점을 다 알고 양쪽을 다 사랑하는 아티스트로서 대중들이 이걸 어떻게 소화하고 즐기면 좋을지 한번 조언을 해주시죠. 음악인이면서 음악을 사랑하는 사람으로서.
So while rock musicians or rock fans are against EDM, saying, oh, it's not a real music, and while EDM musicians or EDM fans are like, oh, rock is too old, their fight's been going on. You don't really listen to each other, but you're different since you started from doing rocks and you move on to EDM. Your music has a lot of components like mixed up. And then what would be your kind of a recommendation for these fighting two sides?
Well, anybody who thinks that electronic music isn't music is like, I mean, that's like saying like Bach isn't music. Not that like what I do is like similar to Bach, but like we're like people who are producing music, they're writing all the melodies, which is writing music, and then they're synthesizing everything. It's not like I have the same drum set every time or the same guitar. Like I'm actually deciding what goes where, and it's like a symphony where you have to pick all different kinds of things and you put it together into like cohesive music. So like the musicality of electronic music is like not even in question, if you ask me. I mean, there's some things like techno, which is more like rhythmic based, so it's not as musical, but it's still music. I mean, music, that's totally subjective. But for people who are more into rock, I'd say check out more like dubstep or drum and bass. Like you would have more in common with that than you would techno, because techno is very like, it's dance music, as opposed to like drum and bass, which is like, you know, it has more like elements that are similar. So.
Yeah. Thank you. And really last one question. Anybody ask to me what's the Seven Lions? If you say to them, each Seven Lions music, choose one song. You produce or you making or you sing.
That's tough.
Any one song and introduce it.
Just one song. I'd say Strangers right now is probably the biggest one. Or well, yeah, Strangers, because that's one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your interview.
Thanks.
Make a good shot, please.